Thank you. All right, everyone. So this morning I told you a little bit about the Netlify extension that we built, and this afternoon I'd like to actually show it to you in action. So a couple of things. Who here has heard of DigitalOcean? Awesome. I love it. So DigitalOcean is a company really passionate about creating really simple developer experiences and enabling you all to focus on the thing that matters, and that's what you're building. And so for those of you that know DigitalOcean, you probably heard about the Droplet. The Droplet is a really awesome abstraction getting you a virtual machine. But the thing that's really neat about DigitalOcean is we provide a ton of cloud services that enable you to build really amazing things. And I want to highlight one thing because we just launched it this Tuesday. We created the GPU Droplet. And the GPU Droplet is a virtual machine attached to a GPU. It's preloaded with all the frameworks and all the things that you need to just focus on writing your code and executing it. And when you're done, you can destroy the Droplet. You don't have to continue to use it. So it's fractional on-demand GPUs brought to you by DigitalOcean. So really neat stuff. But today is actually about our partnership with Netlify. And so I just wanted to highlight this again. So for those of you who work at companies where you provide services, thinking about how you connect into this open web with Netlify is something you really should consider. So Netlify extensions make it really awesome for you to be able to go and create the experience that's right for your audience. And so we just got started, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is that we did here. So we started off by saying, what is the easiest way we could allow someone building a Netlify site or a Netlify function to connect to a MongoDB database? So we provide a managed MongoDB database, all hosts of reasons why you might want to do this. But let me show you what this looks like in practice. So as I look over here, this is actually the DigitalOcean control panel. And again, just because I want to, GPU Droplet's available to try, so check it out. What I really want to focus on, though, is I've gone ahead and just, since it's a lightning talk, I've pre-built and deployed a MongoDB cluster. And so this MongoDB cluster is set up for us. I've actually already initialized it with a table, a schema, and loaded up some data into it. But now I actually want to build a Netlify site and deploy it and take advantage of that MongoDB. So I'm going to do that by also using a Netlify function. And so let me switch over here to VS Code, and I want to just highlight a couple of things that I've got here. So first of all, one of the ways, and I'll show this in a moment, that our extension works is it makes it really easy to take some of the connection information from DigitalOcean and put it through the extension so that it is available to your sites and resources running on Netlify. And in particular, for this demo, the most important thing is that connection string. And so for many of you who write code and are you familiar with Node and NPM, locally I'm using .env, right? So it's a way for me to create a .env file, and then I can put that connection string to the MongoDB database in that .env file. Through our extension, I'll show you in a moment, I'll be able to load that into Netlify as well. But just so you know, I've got my Mongo connection string here in the .env file, and you can see the code is actually checking that process environment variable here to get that URL. So effectively now, I've got a Netlify function here called getMovies, because what we're going to do is we're going to get a list of movies out of a movies table running in our MongoDB cluster. And then through that Netlify function, we're going to make a JavaScript API call to that function to then load it within our web page. So you can see this is a great example of a Jamstack application. The web app itself is static. It's using APIs now to connect to a meaningful service. In this case, it's a MongoDB database running on DigitalOcean. So I'm going to go ahead and run this locally. Big fan of CLIs and Netlify's CLI in particular. Really useful to get this running. And you'll see it popped up running on localhost. And here's a list of movies that came back. Anyone like these movies? These are some of my favorite movies. The thing that's also neat that you can try here is you can just go ahead and hit that functions endpoint directly as well. And you can see that we're getting this JSON response coming back from it that the UI is connected to and is getting loaded here. So this is great. So this shows that locally, at least, I'm able to connect to our database, which is very good considering I work at DigitalOcean, and that's what we expect. But now let's go ahead and see what will this take to get this running in Netlify extension. So I'm going to go here and show you our extension. So as you saw earlier today, installing someone's extension is really easy. You go, you find it, you click install on the extension, And then the way that we've set up our extension for now is we give you a really simple tutorial on what do you need to do to start using MongoDB with your Netlify site. So you follow these instructions, and at the end, you can end up putting that MongoDB connection string right here. And when you save it, it's going to actually store it as an environment variable and make it really easy now for it to be accessible for the app that you've built. So let me go ahead and go back real quick over here, and now I'm going to run Netlify deploy to prod, and choose the default publish directory, and it's deployed, good to go. Let's go ahead and open this up, and we can see now that we've got it deployed to a Netlify site. So really simple example of how you can build a static site deployed to Netlify using all the things that you love about Netlify, a Netlify function to actually connect to that database service. So now you've got a dynamic database available to you, ready to go from DigitalOcean. So as I highlighted earlier this morning, very excited about the ability to bring experiences like this to Netlify to empower developers. And like I said, this is just the beginning because, as you saw before, we have a host of really exciting and powerful cloud services, and we're looking forward to bringing all these to the Netlify extension that we're building. So if you'd like to learn more, feel free, please, to scan that QR code. One of the things I'd love to highlight here is if you sign up with DigitalOcean, you'll get $200 in promotional credits, enough so that you can actually spin up a bunch of resources, deploy a MongoDB cluster, and give it a try using the DigitalOcean extension on Netlify. So that's all I got. Thank you very much.